All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another post-fight thoughts video. All right, y'all, the queen submits the king. All right, let's talk about it. Ariane Lipski versus Casey O'Neill. This was a good matchup. This was a good matchup on several levels to see what I needed to see tested from both fighters. You know, I wanted to see Lipski handle pressure. I wanted to see how she handles pressure now, and someone who wants to be relentless, somebody who's going to want to be relentless and try to take her down. Someone that's going to storm in and try to bully her to the cage and hit her multiple times. You know, I wanted to see how she reacts to that now. And for Casey O'Neill, I wanted to see how she handles a solid striker. Somebody that sits down on their punches. Somebody that's going to measure. Somebody that can kick. Somebody that has good knees. I wanted to see all that. I wanted to see, will she approach this fight like the rest? And sadly, Casey O'Neill approached this fight like her past few fights, man. I mean, I think Casey O'Neill, she has a lot of heart. She never backs out of a fight. But as you step up, man, being scrappy just won't do it. You know, you just can't be scrappy all the time. Leading with your chin and trying to bully everyone won't work. And that's what I said going into this fight. If Casey O'Neill tries to approach this fight like the Roxy fight or even the Jennifer Maia fight, she's going to get stopped. Because, you know, Jennifer Maia, she has the skills to beat you, but she doesn't really have that pop like that. But when you're dealing with Ariane Lipski, man, everyone knows Ariane Lipski can crack. And you can only take those shots for so long. So that's what it came down to. You know, it was a big right hand in the second round that rocked Casey bad. And I thought she was going to be out from that shot. But Lipski, she switched it up, which this makes it even scary. She switched it up and submitted Casey O'Neill. So, man, hey, we got to see Lipski, man. We got to see Lipski showcase the stand-up, the slick takedown defense, the ground skills, all against the ranked opponents. So this was good matchmaking. You know, O'Neill, she needed this wake-up call as well, you know, to get in there against a lower-ranked fighter to see what she needs to work on. And Lipski, she deserved a ranked fighter after showing some big improvements, you know, beating two other good names like J.J. Aldridge and Melissa Gatto. You know, I picked against her in both those fights. So this would have been the third time I picked against her. But I said, no, I got to go with Lipski this time. So now we can see what O'Neill needs to work on. And it's a lot of the same stuff like I've been saying in the past, man. It's just a lot of the same stuff. I mean, the first round right away, you see O'Neill wanting to march Lipski down. She wants to march it down and get in, you know, and that's the same approach she always uses. But Lipski landed a few of them right hands off top. And O'Neill, she was getting a few strikes in of her own. But Lipski's power and speed really made the difference. And you can see, like, Casey O'Neill, like, close that distance for the takedown. Like, as soon as she gets in close for the takedown, you already see Lipski got that takedown defense on point. Like, she starts landing them sharp knees to the body, and you can see, like, O'Neill kind of having a reaction to it. Like, she hangs on, you know, she's resilient, but, you know, she has to break because she was eating some heavy knees to the body. Casey O'Neill, timing, I like that part about her. You know, her timing was there. She wasn't as fast. You know, she was using a good jab, and she was every now and then, but she was letting off a good right hand. She just wasn't, you know, landing these bunches and then stepping back. Like, she wasn't using that long jab enough. She wanted to push into the power zone. And Lipski, you know, like I said, you know, she hits too hard. So she cracked it with another right hand and a good body kick and hurt O'Neill in the first round. And right there, I could see O'Neill kind of thinking about the power now. But she only knows one way to get in. That's why she kept going for it. You know, she kept trying for the takedown. And then Lipski actually showcases that she's stronger and she takes her down. So you see the strength difference as well. You know, O'Neill landed some good strikes in the round, but to me, Lipski just mixed it up well in the first round and kind of set that pace like, okay, this is what she's going to be doing. Second round, O'Neill, again, wasn't fighting behind that jab enough, just running in like this was Roxy. And Lipski just rocked her back, and Lipski went after it, man. Like, she hit her with that hard right hand, and she went stumbling back. And when O'Neill went in to try to go for the takedown, Lipski just took over on the ground as well and just landed some heavy ground and pound, went from the back, snaked around again, and went in and got the arm bar, and O'Neill was forced to tap. I thought O'Neill was going to last a little bit longer because she looked flexible on the ground, but nah, man, like, the way Lipski had it locked in, that was it. She locked it in, man. I mean, that was a good arm bar, a good finish for her. But yeah, man, Lipski, she showcased a little everything in this fight. I was glad to see that too. And this, you know, her arsenal's looking good. Improvements were there. They were solid. Better control on the feet, combinations, takedown defense, you know, the reversals, takedown of her own. Good work on Lipski for sure, though. Good work on her just to showcase what she has. But that also says something about Casey O'Neill, man. Like, the thing that cost her is the same thing I've been saying a while ago. Like, this is why I keep saying, like, I'm not hating on Casey O'Neill. I just see something a little bit different from the fighters like I picked as threats, like Manon, Aaron Blanchfield, Tyler Santos. Girls like that, I picked them for a reason because they had defense. They still have a level of defense. Like Aaron's defense may not be the best too, but there's other things that make up for it, you know. But a big part of Casey O'Neal is defense. And she's always running in there straight ahead. Like she has a gas tank and she has that pressure and volume, but you can't run into hard hitters like this. Like there's a lot of work to be done, man. Luckily she's still young though, because if she was a little bit older, she would be getting rocked and knocked out of there. But I can tell she still wants to learn and she wants to hold on. So if she improves that defense, she can make some changes in her style. I think once she slows the pace down, utilizing her long reach and jab, builds up that physical strength, which is another thing. I don't think she's that strong either. Like when she gets in there, she can hold on for a little bit, but these other girls are muscling her. She's getting muscled in there. So that's another thing I think she needs to really kind of build up is that strength. I know she's younger too, so build up that strength the next couple of years, in her for her next fight. Yeah, and then I think she could start to control fighters a little bit more, because when she latches on now, she's getting tossed around a little bit to me. That's what I see. But all right, man, so rounding out the quadruple threat, we got to do that. Let's go ahead and round it out. Quadruple threat, the fighter to round it out is Ariane Lipski. All right, it's got to be. It's got to be. Like, I'm not even like this huge Ariane Lipski fan, but I got to give credit where credit is due, and that's how the threat list is built. Like, when you see a fighter like this making these type of improvements, you got to put them in there. So that's 3 good names in a row, 2 that were good technically skilled fighters, and a ranked fighter. So with Lipski slowly grinding and getting better, and making her way to the top 5, slowly making her way to the top 15, and top 10. I think she has that ability to just get better and better from what she's been showing and working with Amanda Nunes. I think that's been rubbing off on her. So all she has to do is just keep going and not look back at this point. That's what it is. But yeah, as for Casey O'Neal, got to go back to the drawing board, y'all. But let me know in the comment section what y'all think, what y'all thought of the fight, what y'all think of these fighters. Man, I got 3 Brazilians in the quadruple threat now, and that's just showing you, hey, they taking over again. But yeah, that's all I got on this, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.